Hey there everyone, Afrodo Reviews here, and I'm here to do a tag. Been a long while since I've done one of these, but I figured, it was time to catch up with them again. I keep saying I'll do a couple, but I never do, so I figured I'd do this one. And this is the one I saw on the Reading This Live channel, originally credited to Books, Song, and Other Magic for his tag. And this will be the SongTag. Before I do anything, be sure to check these two out. They're great channels. Don't have much experience with books, songs, and other magic, but I have read Reading This Life, and she's a great channel. I especially love her shout-outs to smaller booktubers. It gives me a lot of people to check out and follow. But without further ado, let's get into this tag. Let's do the prompts. Prompt number 1. Name a song that always makes me happy. I personally would go with Elton John's I'm Still Standing. This is going to offend a lot of you, but I first heard this in the Sing movie. But I looked up the original, and it was really something that I love to listen to. I love the nice, snappy beat. I love the lyrics. A bit of a confession is a lot of the songs that I get really into, I tend to use to... I almost disassociate, basically, but I use it. A lot of the songs I love, I end up envisioning things in my head, scenes or scenarios in my head that fit characters that I want to write into a novel or a graphic novel with time. And this was just one of those ones that I attached to a character that's very upbeat and happy. So naturally speaking, every time I listen to the song, it makes me more upbeat and happy, even if some of the lyrics are a little more. But this is a song that does make me happy. I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to show on YouTube without it saying no. But, I'll try to show some stuff here and there. Or show glimpses of it, basically. Name a song that's a great fit when I'm in a pensive mood. Now this one's definitely tougher. Due to having ADHD, when I'm looking for songs that when I want to be listened to while I'm engaged or, deep in thought, I can't listen to songs with lyrics. When I listen to songs with lyrics, it draws me out of the moment or it weaves its way into my head in such a way that it starts taking over for what I was currently thinking. So, like, if I was working on a novel and I start listening to, I don't know, let's just use the previous one, Elton John's. I might actually start writing the lyrics of the song into what I'm writing without realizing it because my mind is just taking in that info and replacing what I was currently thinking about with it. When it comes to the pensive moods, I prefer more instrumental stuff that I can just lean back and listen to nice and easy. But typically when it comes to that, I tend to listen to OSTs for games or, animes. I think those are very good. I probably couldn't label a very specific one that I listen to because it always changed based exactly what I'm deeply engaged with. If I'm writing a more energetic scene, I tend to, favor the more energetic songs like Vegeta's Super Saiyan theme or... Overtaken in One Piece. So with that, I can't really answer this one with a specific answer, so I'll keep moving on. Name a song that changed my taste in music. So this one is going to be a bit weird. Now, I did like these specific kind of songs before, but I didn't really think much of them. Think of it more like I listened to it because, hey, that's kind of fun, but I wouldn't listen to it recreationally or outside of just, hey, this is fun. But, and it's going to seem like a weird answer, but it's actually video game raps. Specifically ones by people like Dan Bull or The Stupendum. Previously, I would listen to them just as a sort of fun thing, but when I listen to Dan Bull, I really appreciate a lot of what he's done. A lot of his lyrical genius, I guess, is a good way of saying it. I don't believe that's too much of an exaggeration to say lyrical genius at times. If you don't believe me, look up his Civilization rap. Or his Far Cry Primal. But he basically makes a rap that you can sing forwards and backwards and it makes the same sense. So yeah, it's just It is wonderful. I would highly recommend checking out those channels. They're great. Like, if you have to follow any one channel on YouTube about music, or specifically video game raps, I would recommend Dan Bull or the Stupendum. It's gonna, like I said, weird choice, but that's personally my choice, and that really changed my music. If you want a more conventional style, I guess the one thing that changed my thoughts on a different genre would be the electronic swing music, and that would specifically be with Caravan Palace's Lone Digger. And that took that in my mind from just being club music to being music that I could listen to by itself. I have a couple other songs. Admittedly, it's not a genre I have a lot of favorites in, but it is a genre that I do enjoy listening to recreationally since I found that one. Number 4. Name a recent song that I just discovered and have loved. Ooh, that's definitely a harder one for me. I'm not what you would call up with the times. I kind of just roam about and find stuff that I like, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds interesting. Add to the playlist. So I don't even know what songs on my list are, modern and which are like from the 80s until I look them up personally. So I would probably say maybe the most modern one I like is Black Caviar's What's Up Danger. But that I learned that one mostly through the Spider-Verse, so maybe Natural from Imagine Dragons is newer. Point is, I'm not very well caught up with the modernized songs, or if I am, I don't know it. So yeah, let's just move on to the next question. Number 5. Name 3 bands or artists that I love. Okay. In this moment, I believe that's the name of the band. Imagine Dragons, and I want to say Elton John, but I mean, Dan Bull is also great. I have way too many to list here. I could be here all day listing, people I like. Well, people I like, admittedly, I just find songs that I like, and, even if it's someone I really hate, like, say what you will about Kanye West, I could say things all day about Kanye West and how awful he is. But I do like his Power song. So I think when it comes to this, I would say for now, consider In This Moment, Imagine Dragons, and I'll just say Dan Bull, because those are the 3 I know for sure I pretty much will like what they put out. So number 6. What instrument would I like to be able to play? So fun fact, I actually tried to learn how to play instruments back in high school and middle school. Now, I wanted to play, well, actually, this was in elementary even. I wanted to play the trumpet in school band. However, my parents couldn't afford to get me a trumpet for that time. So, unfortunately, I had to learn how to play my sister's saxophone, which she already owned. I know how to play it, I just wasn't very interested in playing it, so I ended up dropping out of it. Later on, I took a guitar class in high school because it seemed like fun to learn a guitar. However, again, since I couldn't afford a guitar, I had to use a guitar within my class. And this is unfortunately, I never actually learned anything because the guitar I was loaned for class was missing an E and G chord. I wasn't actually able to play along with any of the songs we were learning because those were very fundamental chords in a lot of songs. And I'm more of a I'm more of a kinesthetic learner than just listening. So by the time when finals came around, I didn't even know how to play the goddamn guitar. So, and my teacher kept telling me, oh, I'll get you these chords, I'll get you these chords, I'll get you these chords. But it was only after he's like, you don't know how to play? What have you been doing? What are your chords? And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go buy these damn chords myself. So yeah, that's ultimately why I never ended up learning how to play guitar. But if I had to choose, I would say learning the guitar would probably be the most interesting. But I would also like to learn the trumpet. Number 7. Name a fiction book with music at the center of the narrative. This one may actually get me. I don't know very many books where music is the center of the narrative. Something is on the tip of my tongue, but out of the top of my head, I actually can't tell you very many books where music is a very core concept of the narrative. Except perhaps like maybe like a song makes a big point in that or something like that. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not sure I can answer this question fairly, so I'll just have to move on to number 8. Tag some fellow booktubers that I know. All right, I'll tag. I don't know who's already been tagged in this, so I'll tag David's Book Reviews. I'll tag T.A. Summers. I'll tag. Let's go for some smaller people that I know. Let's go for Bookish Franzi. Franzi. Is that how you say her name? I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. The Velaris Book Club. Now, I don't know if these people... I know a couple of them do Booktube tags every so often, but I don't know if they're common. I'm just, it'd be fun to share it. I'll spread it to the lesser known booktubers. If you haven't checked them out, I would recommend checking them out. They're great booktubers. They're people I subscribe to, and although they're small, I definitely think they deserve more subscribers. But with that being said, I don't think there's much else I can say on this tag. I've mostly done it. But yeah, I'll leave a link to both Reading This Life's booktube tag and the original booktube tag. The original tag for this, the Reading This Life's music tag and the original books, songs, and other magic video down below. I'm pretty sure I can find them, so I don't even say if I can't find them. But yeah, with that being said, just remember, with every book is an adventure, and every adventure is worth having, even the bad ones.